All right, let's get into our tip of the week. We're going to talk about managing design options. When you are doing a renovation plan, especially when you're in the design development phase of this, is where this is going to become super, super important, because you're going to want to show different options to your clients, right? And I have had many, many people come to me saying, Stacy, what is the best way to show different options of this design all within the same plan so that I don't have to be managing multiple plans at the same time? I've had people do this in many different ways. I've had them have a different PLN file for each option. I've seen them drag and drop or drag and copy their floor plans, their building, in different spots within the same PLN file and then just save views for that. Or the way that I always suggest to do it is with managing our design options. And the way that I would like that to happen is through our layer settings. Okay, let's back up here. So let's talk about the three different methods. So we can do a save as and create a saved file version for each option. So you would end up with 3 separate PLNs, right? And now from there, you have the option of publishing a renovation set for each of the PLNs, or you can place hot links within your folder, so that way it will bring option 1 in as an object, so you can't edit it. So you can bring option 1 and 2 into option 3 as an object itself, but you can't edit anything from 1 or 2 that way. So those are the 2 different ways you could do a save as. You can do everything through your layer settings. And this requires a lot of attention to what your layer options are and what your visibility is set to for each. And then you also have to really take into consideration what your wall priorities are set at for each layer to make sure that everything is cleaning up graphically for each of your views. But definitely the easiest way that I find to do it is going to be through the renovation tool itself. So we're going to go through the other ones, but with the renovation tool, we're going to use the pin feature. Okay, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit. When we're talking about using our layer settings to manage this, we're going to go back and take a look at our extensions again. And we can add an extension of 1, 2, and 3. And then we would have our new elements that are coming in to be placed on our design option 1, design option 2, and design option 3. Okay, and then when we're saving our views, we would save those as option 1, option 2, and option 3. Okay, and then we would assign these design options to a layer combination of option 1, option 2, and option 3. Okay, so now you're seeing how you need to parse out these layerings and really pay attention to your layer settings. Once we have our layers and our layer combination set, then we need to go through and make sure things are turned on and off and updating the layer combination for each of your design options. Okay, now let's talk about my preferred way, and that's going to be using our renovation tool. When working in a renovation project, I always keep my renovation palette open. To get to that, we would go to Windows, come down to Palettes, and then we would find the one that says Renovation Filter, turn that on, and then this right here is our renovation palette. Okay, so then we have different renovation filters. So this is when we would start coming in and creating new renovation filters. I would have a renovation filter for design option 1, design option 2, and design option 3. However many design options you would have a renovation filter for each. Your filter settings can remain to where we're showing existing and we're showing new. But the one part that we are going to pay attention to is pinning these items. So when I am working with design option 1, okay, I'm going to have my renovation filter within my palette here set to renovation design option 1. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to build all of my new elements, assigning them to the new filter. And then I'm going to take all of those new elements and I'm going to pin it. And that is this icon right here. And that means that all of those new elements that we just pinned are only going to show up when I have my design option 1 renovation filter done. Okay, so option 1 is done, everything is pinned to design option 1. Now let's move on to option 2. We create another renovation filter for design option 2. We build in our new elements just like we did before. This time when we pin them to the design option 2 renovation filter. Okay, and this is going to affect and work nicely and cleanly for both our 3D window and our floor plan view. And this just again goes through pinning it, and you can kind of see how your icons, your nodes here change a little bit. This is pre-pinned, this is post-pinned. Your nodes look a little different.